Can't stop, won't stop, get guap. 10 white toes and them Tory flip-flops. Manicures and pedicures, I'm always tip-top. When they say I'm not hot, all these lies need to stop. Cause I'm icy, wifey, haters wanna fight me. Never been the one get RP up on a whitey. Keep my hands clean, got some hitters moving shicey. Ask me if I'm rolling with some Gucci, bitch, I might be. It's very unlikely, my wrist ain't looking icy. Charging by the minute, cause my time is very pricey.
As you can see, your girl got a background. Yeah, I'm trying out this new thing where, hold on y'all, this is really bugging me. Oh my goodness, I hate when it's bumpy. I don't have time for this. Okay, so first of all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here as always. And if you already subscribed to my channel, then welcome, you feel me, back again. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so down below. Today, what are we gonna talk about? This was a requested video, and I wanted to speak on it, and I was very scared to do so just because it's such a touchy subject right now, with everything going on in the world. And but I felt the need to talk about it today, just because of the effect and also what's happening in the rest of the world. Does something similar happen as well? So what I'm going to be talking about today is the Vegas incident. If you weren't aware, not only has there been a lot of natural disasters lately, but then there also has been acts of terrorism, not only in America but in other places in the world. So basically I just wanted to talk about that today. And yeah, first of all, the amount of people that got killed in this Vegas shooting is ridiculous, and the amount of people that were hurt is ridiculous. As far as I know, you know, obviously from what I've read and stuff like that from the situation, a lot of people could not run away from the danger or anything because there was gunshots going in and out from everywhere. I think for me the biggest thing is that these people that lost their lives were also moms, and they were also dads, and also, you know, daughters, sons, brothers, sisters. Like, it just makes me so upset because I think about how at times as humans, like, we're not really, not compassionate, not about, but like if it's not about, it's not directly related to us or directly affects us, then we don't really care. And we kind of just put it off. But if, like, for example, if somebody that, you know, was your family member was involved in that shooting, you would be, a lot of people would react differently, just because, you know, now it's personal. But at the same time, we have to realize that any human being losing their life, in any case, is an issue for everybody. And by that I mean, we don't realize, like, the importance of community and the importance of, like, not only being there for one another, but also understanding that these things that keep happening over the world, around the world, are problems of humanity, and they're problems that are continuously repeating themselves over and over and over again. And we don't really talk about them. I think we just kind of like flip the page for the most part, and most of the time they're unsolved, because especially in these shooting situations, just because these people, like, you feel me, the ones that are doing the shooting, it's like they do the shooting, whatever, kill however many people, you know, as much people as they can, clearly, and then they shoot themselves. And then it's like, oh well, they shot themselves, so there's no justice, there's no respect for those people that lost, you know, their family members or their loved ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like, oh well, this is, and it's happened over and over again, because I know damn well this is not the first shooting in America, at least. especially like it's the first shooting that's not really like school oriented, because a lot of these past shootings have all been aimed at schools and universities and all these, you know what I'm saying, like these education institutions. And it's crazy to me. And I'm not saying that's limited, because there's been obviously other events and other shootings that's happened in other places. But for me, for example, the shooting that happened in the elementary school, like, how do you explain that? Like, how do you, like, you killed 6-year-old, 5-year-olds? Like, it's just, for me, it's crazy that every single year, and I want kids, okay? Like, I really do want kids. I was talking to my dad about this. Like, at times though, it's so scary, like, to even think, like, if I bring my kid into this world, because it's like, what are you bringing them into? Like, you're bringing them into this world that doesn't give a fuck about them. And I mean, shit, if you're black, it's like they really don't give a fuck about you. It's obviously with Black Lives Matter movement, everything that's happening, I'm talking in America, okay? Like, it's like people don't care about your life. There's no sympathy, there's no empathy, there's no humanity. Like, it's just chaos constantly. And every single day we wake up, and how draining is that to hear a news? Like, there's not one positive thing that's in the news, and if it's a positive thing, it's usually about an animal, you feel me, or a dog, something. Like, it's never about, you know, people accomplishing positive things in the community or in any community, people giving back. Like, it's rare. These things that are needed the most in our world are rare, and the reason they're rare, I'm convinced, is that we have conformed. We completely conform to whatever it is, and we think that, like, we can't do anything as people, and that's just the way it is, and that's just the way it's been, so that's just the way it's gonna stay. And with that mindset, we're not really gonna get anywhere as people. So it's just like, whoever's watching this shit, like, I really hope that whatever it is that you feel me, want to do in your life, it contributes some way, shape, or form back to the world, like that, it full circles, because the world needs some positive shit. Like, it does not need more tragedies and more negativity. Like, if anything, we should be trying to help each other and like really guiding one another, being mentors for people like that don't necessarily have those people in their life to tell them yes from wrong or whatever, to guide them. Like, we need to be those people, but it's so difficult for us to be that, because I don't know if we enjoy seeing other people suffering. I personally don't. Like, I'd rather help somebody. For example, if I've been through a situation and that person's going through a similar situation, you know, guiding them through that and giving them my experience as a person, like, that's valuable. Your experience as a human being is valuable, and it's valuable. Like, these people's lives are valuable. Like, I don't understand why it's like, oh well, 200 people died, and which brings me to the next thing that I was going to talk about. What's it called, in Somalia, which is a country in Africa that's not talked about at all. Like, and I mean, shout out to Twitter, right? Because that's like the only place I really be seeing when shit actually hits the fan, because a lot of people keep it 100 on there. But it's just irritating, because it's like, okay, there was the same situation. Like, it was a terrorist attack, like random attack, a bomb, and it literally was it happened in Somalia. It killed 200 people, or 200 people, don't quote me on that specifically, but it killed a lot of people, like a lot of people. So it's just wild, because it's like, you think about all this negative shit, and it's like, obviously, well, there's so much negative shit in the media, it's like, what else are they gonna put? Maybe that's what they think. I don't know if that's their way of processing, but they should definitely be included in Somalia. They're still people. Like, just because they're not in America, just because they're not part of the Western hemisphere, like, they're still people. They still have a heart, they still have a foot, a nose, a leg, okay? Like, that's what we keep forgetting. Like, we're so quick to be like, oh, that person's black, that person's blue, that person's white, that person's brown. Like, we're so quick to look at skin and look at classification, but then we forget that we're still human. Like, there's not, like, every single person is a human being, whether they're black, blue, brown, purple, like, you feel me? So whatever, I don't want to make this video into a rant, but I just really wanted to say, you feel me, that these shootings and gun control, all these things need to be talked about. There needs to be a bigger discussion. Obviously, our president's dumb as fuck, and obviously I don't see those conversations happening anytime soon, but all we can do is pray for the world and spread positive energy as much as we can, possibly individually without draining yourself. Do as much as you can for the world on your own. But yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you like my background, leave me a little comment or like, whatever. I really like this color, y'all, so, and I like how it looks on camera, so I may be using it a lot more. But yeah,